The year 2024 started off on a good note as we witnessed multiple new two-wheeler launches in the month of January. And guess what? We are expecting February to be equally exciting with a variety of highly anticipated two-wheelers entering our shores. From small size electric two-wheelers to big bikes, there should be a bunch of new two-wheelers which should interest every kind of buyers in India. And in this video, we'll reveal that exact list of two-wheelers that we expect to enter our shores. So if you find this video useful, do share this video with your friends, family and whoever you can. But before you move ahead, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to not miss out on any of the two-wheeler updates. Now the first motorcycle in our list is the Hero Mavrick 440. Now this bike has already been unveiled in India and the walk around video of the motorcycle is already up on our channel. You can watch it anytime you want, perhaps immediately after this video. Now this motorcycle is based on the Harley Davidson X440, which is a bike that is being produced and is developed by Hero Motocorp itself in association with Harley Davidson. Now the X440 and Mavrick share the same platform, but we believe they will deliver an entirely different or distinctive riding experiences. First up is the design, where the X440 is more of a cruiser or a flat tracker kind of motorcycle. The Mavrick comes across as more of a roadster, which gets a more upright stance. And apart from the overall stance, there's difference in their wheel sizes also. X440 gets a 18 and 17-inch wheel combination, whereas Mavrick gets 17-inch alloy wheels and optional spoke wheels at both ends. Apart from that, the wheelbase is also different, and the seat height, the ground clearance, the overall curb weight of both these motorcycles is also different, and that's what makes us believe that the riding experience of both these motorcycles will also be different. Now moving on to the engine, both these bikes are powered by a 440cc air and oil cooled single cylinder motor, but perhaps because of some difference in their tuning, the torque output is slightly different. Where the X440 makes 38 Newton meters of torque, the Mavrick's torque output sits at 36 Newton meters. And also the throttle calibration and the way the power is delivered, and considering the curb weight also in the picture, the way the power is delivered or the way you feel the character of the engine might also be slightly different. In terms of features, they are almost nearly identical: full LED headlamp, dual channel ABS and fully digital instrument cluster, but the X440 gets a TFT console and Mavrick gets a more budget LCD console. But a Bluetooth connectivity remains a commonality in both these motorcycles. Now coming to the pricing, the Harley X440 is priced at Rs 2.39 lakh. But knowing Hero, we believe the Mavrick 440 will sit under Rs 2 lakh ex-showroom, and it will compete against the likes of the Classic 350 and the Speed 400, the Honda CB350 and the Triumph Speed 400. Now about the pricing, we believe it should be way lower than 2 lakh rupees because Hero, knowing it for years, they have always tried to make their motorcycles more affordable and more accessible as compared to their competitors. So it should be very interesting to see what will be the price tag of the Mavrick and how it will stack up against the more popular offerings or the already very popular offerings like the Classic 350. Next up on the list are two big motorcycles coming from Japanese brand Suzuki, and these are the V-Strom 800DE and the GSX 8R. Now by the time this video will be out, Suzuki would have already unveiled this motorcycle in India at Bharat Mobility Show that is happening in Delhi. Now both these motorcycles share almost the same platform with obviously subtle or extensive differences, because the V-Strom 800DE is an outright adventure motorcycle, whereas the GSX 8R is more of a sport touring kind of motorcycle. Now both these motorcycles are powered by the same 776cc parallel twin DOHC engine with a 270-degree crankshaft. Now this kind of engine configuration, a 270-degree crank and parallel twin cylinder layout, is being adopted by a lot of manufacturers across the globe because it gives them a big advantage in terms of less internal components and thereby lighter weight of the engine and easier packaging of the motor. And as a result, it also gives a friendlier, a more manageable and more versatile kind of performance as compared to, let's say, an inline 4 which is more concentrated. The performance is concentrated more towards the top end. Now, as for the power and torque output numbers, the V-Strom 800DE churns out close to 83 bhp and 78 Newton meters of peak torque, but depending on or going by the difference in application, the GSX 8R, which is a sport bike, it has been tuned differently, and it makes slightly more power and slightly higher torque output. Similarly, there is a huge difference in the way the hardware has been designed for both motorcycles. The 800DE it rides on a 21-inch spoke wheel at the front and 17-inch wheel at the rear, whereas the GSX 8R gets a 17-inch alloy wheel at both ends. Similarly, the curb weight, the wheelbase, the ground clearance, seat height, suspension travel, everything for both these motorcycles are very different, again depending on their applications and the genre in which they fit. As for the competition, the Suzuki V-Strom 800DE, being an adventure touring motorcycle, will lock horns with the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally, the BMW F850 GS and the new Honda Transalp. Whereas the GSX 8R, its closest rivals happen to be Ducati Supersport, and not in terms of displacement but in terms of body style and application, there is the Kawasaki Ninja 650, the Honda CBR 650R and the upcoming Triumph Daytona 660. The next up in line is the legendary Luna, or the electric version of Luna, which is being brought by Kinetic Green, which is another new brand. It is coming back after a long hiatus. So the deliveries of the E Luna haven't started yet in India, but we already know quite a fair bit of on-paper specifications, starting from pricing. The pricing is set at 75,000 rupees ex-showroom, which is quite accessible and affordable as compared to many other even low-speed electric two-wheelers which are priced higher than the E Luna. 110 km of battery range and 52 km per hour of top speed, which is what should make it a good city runabout. And as for the weight, it sits at 96 kg, which makes it pretty accessible and retains the OG Luna character. But the main highlight of this electric two-wheeler is the design, which seems to have been retained or very similar to the legendary Luna, which got discontinued many years back. So you have got the same step-through kind of design with a center spine, which has quite a bit of storage space at the front. You've got a circular headlamp with a square-shaped bezel. You've got a tall ape hanger kind of handlebar, which should make the overall ergonomics very accessible and comfortable and neutral. It also gets a very long seat, a split type one, and it rides on 16-inch spoke wheels at both ends with conventional telescopic forks, dual springs at the rear, which should make it a very rugged kind of offering which you can take on different terrains and load up a lot of luggage. So it will be a very utilitarian kind of offering, and we are really looking forward to ride the E Luna and know for ourselves whether it will retain the same character and persona of the E Luna, which was known to be a very usable and people who carry a lot of luggage suitable for them. Just before we shot this video, KTM also took the wraps of the 2024 editions of its RC lineup, the RC 125, the RC 200 and the RC 390. But do not get your hopes high, because this is not the next generation models and just a color scheme or color palette update, and there are no mechanical differences. But we are really looking forward to the next gen KTM RC 390, which has already been spied abroad. So it will get the new 399cc engine from the new 390 Duke. It will get a new frame, new suspension, new wheels and new brakes. So the entire package, and including a new design and perhaps additional features. So the entire package is going to be all new, and perhaps the overall riding experience, as we have witnessed with the current gen 390 Duke, how different it is from the previous generation, its predecessor, it should be same case with the new RC 390. Now coming back to the 2024 editions of the RC lineup, these are all just new color options, very swanky and bold looking, but my personal favorite is the black one for the RC 200, which gets a fully blacked out bodywork with subtle streaks of white and orange shade, which gives it a very stealth and very nice look. Now, which one of these is your favorite color option amongst this entire lineup of RCs? Do let us know in the comments below. And while this is just a global unveil as of now, we hope and we expect KTM to launch all these motorcycles or all these color options in India with slight bump in pricing, and maybe even not that, because KTM has been really surprising us over the last few months. As we witnessed with the new KTM 250 Duke, the pricing wasn't changed, and we hope that KTM does the same with the new 2024 RC lineup with the new color options. So this was the list of expected upcoming two-wheelers for the month of February 2024. Is there anything we missed out on? Do let us know in the comments which you expect will be entering our shows this year, and which one of these overall all two-wheelers are you really looking forward to? Do let us know in the comments. This is Anuj signing off for now.